It's BOSWELL King. You're watching Gems of the Rock. Salute.
Holla at your boy. We on set Gems in the Rock. We got your boy, legendary from the Rock, as I call him, my big bro, my little big bro. I think I'm older than you. I ain't gonna tell my age, you know. But welcome to the show. Your boy, talented, big man of the Rock, BOSWELL King. What's going on, fam?
What up, family? What up?
That's what's up. So, man, a lot of talk in the town. Trying to get this interview with you for a minute. Welcome to the show. We've laced up together. We played ball, MCC. We got some kind of history and whatnot. But before we go there, I want to go back and to your early stages of your career when you started to realize that you wanted to play this game of basketball. And what age was you when you realized that? And how tall were you when you realized that as well?
I was like, what, 9, 10, Carter Street. Carter Street.
Right.
All my boys, Peanut, Tone, Mel wasn't here yet, but Marlon was around. I know Marlon since kindergarten.
Okay.
Rashid Snow, man, it was a bunch of us, man. Carter Street,
Gotcha.
growing up watching the older heads, like Jeff Anderson, Glenn Taggart, Rodney, Tyshawn. I'm saying that's what made me want to play the game.
Back in that era right there, it seemed like it was a lot of big names there. What was it like being that young but tall and still having to go through the through the trenches with some of these talented players? What was it like?
The trenches, yeah. We went through trenches. We couldn't even step on the court with them, man. We had to play on the other end of the court. You know what I'm saying? Me, Peanut, and whatever. Until we got to that age, it was stages, really levels. We couldn't even step on the court with them. Not like today's game, man. We had to prove ourselves first before we could even get on the court with them. Loved it though.
Yeah, I was playing against different rec centers back then, from what I'm understanding, right?
Yeah. Carter Street played North Street, Baden Street, Avenue D, West Side, the 3 school, 12 school, Adams Street, Flint Street. Yeah, it was like that back then.
How old was you when you first played under a whistle?
Under a whistle?
Yeah.
Franklin.
Franklin?
Yeah.
That long?
Yeah, under a whistle like that, or real organized, where stuff was organized. I don't consider Rec Street organized because cats still doing what they doing. Wasn't no plays, we just doing us.
Gotcha. And the referees around, no tournament. So you pretty much played under a whistle when you got to high school. There was no other tournaments that you might have played with a whistle, nothing. So
nah, we wasn't. AAU, us growing up, that AAU circuit, we wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? Not at that age, nah. We wasn't on that circuit. It was just rec centers.
And it's your call against their call and shoot for it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If they get the call.
Right.
Okay, so now I'm understanding that Franklin was like back-to-back champion type of a school back in the early 90s, right? You was a part of one of those chips, right?
Yeah.
And you was coached by the legendary Trent Jackson. What was it like just going through that whole experiences, having to learn so late, but getting that much success so early? Like, what was it like?
Oh, see, I went to Franklin in the 7th grade. I didn't play to the 9th grade, but I went to Franklin in the 7th grade, watching Alvin Mobley, Andre Green, Leroy Brown, Terrence Mitchell was at Ease, Art Long was at Ease, H-Man was at Ease, Tony Scott. You know what I'm saying? I watched those players, you know what I'm saying, when I was at Franklin. way before I even got on the court, which was 2 years later.
Wow.
But I was always there. Games were sold out. We used the balconies behind the courts. They was using those then.
Right. They was opening those. They don't open those no more.
Nah, I don't even think. Only time I think they opened those when I was playing is when we played like East. You know what I'm saying? Those rival schools.
Right.
Games were sold out.
So now you under coach. He's a tough coach. This is your first experience. Can you remember back when you had your first game? And who did you play against?
Oh, one coach, yeah. I think my first game playing under coach, so I was, you know what I'm saying, freshman on JV. That's my whole 10th grade year. So when I came back playing under Coach Jack, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, yes
Rest
sir.
in peace.
Salute.
I think it was a Christmas tournament. I may have played a game or two before, but it was a Christmas tournament against J-Dub.
J-Dub.
See, I didn't know nothing about J-Dub. See, Mel and them, they played against them in, you know what I'm saying, in the summer leagues before, you know what I'm saying, before I came back.
For the viewers that don't know, who's J-Dub like?
John Wallace.
Gotcha,
John Wallace.
Gotcha, no doubt.
Man, came back, you know what I'm saying, he cracked us for 35. Cracked us for 35, and he caught one on me.
Whoa.
He caught one on me trying to catch him from behind. I can still remember Mel in my ear telling me, swipe down, swipe down.
Right,
I'm
right.
thinking I'm going to block his shots, and he caught one on me. And then he bodied somebody else too. They bodied him, but that's the first game I can remember.
Right.
My first game back.
Right. That's your
That
best
game,
experience right there.
Yeah. I got chewed out.
Oh my God, coach is on the sideline, like what's going on? He believed in you that you could. You feel me?
I got chewed out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? After the game, in the locker room. Yeah, I can remember that.
So now y'all getting into the season now, right? When it starts warming up to the season being over, when you have to go to the like sections and all that. You know, how far did you guys, go before you started realizing, okay, we might go to the chip now? Like, I mean, when y'all started beating all the city teams, or what was it like?
Oh, this is my first year back. Oh, I remember we lost first game, I think, against Blackwell. Ryan and Ray.
Oh yeah, Ryan Blackwell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Blackwell.
Cracked us too, and Ryan was only a freshman.
Wow.
Yeah, my first, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Tough.
Ryan killed us. Ryan and Ray, they killed us that first. My first, you know what I'm saying,
Go around.
sectionals.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
They cracked us. Well, we took that under the chin, but.
Wow.
Yep.
He wound up going to the Qs too.
Oh
huh?
yeah.
I wonder why he never made it to the league. He was a solid player too.
Skill.
Yeah.
Skill.
Play they be putting possession and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Very skilled.
So I had another question in regards to Coach. He played professional. I mean, he ran track. He did, a lot of things and whatnot. How much did you take, with you as far as the lessons that he, taught, on the court? Was there lessons off the court that, you could possibly share that he,
Oh yeah, man. Coach, to me, I can't speak for no one else, but to me, Coach was a father figure. See, my pops wasn't in the home; he was a father figure, and I had like a lot of personal conversations with Coach. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He had our back. He had our back, man. He taught a lot of lessons. You know what I'm saying? The way he went at us is what we needed.
Right.
And it wasn't no disrespectful. A lot of the stuff we joke about to this day because it was funny after, you know what I'm saying, he said it, we went, you know what I'm saying, to ourselves. It was funny. We joke with each other about it and, you know what I'm saying, all that to this day. So, like, not much.
You think that kids today could handle any of his style of coaching today, you think?
No disrespect, but nah. I'm saying nah, I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Right.
I think a lot now. Those days was the end of great like teams.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is like you got a lot of great players, but you know what I'm saying. But then I think it was the last of the great teams.
Right. Teams. He made teams gel. He didn't care about one individual.
Yeah.
He was making sure he was barking at the highest player, to the lowest player on the team.
Right, and then, you know what I'm saying, and even if you got yours off, you know what I'm saying, I guarantee you it was under his system, man. It was like, you was not doing your own thing,
right,
unless it was under his system.
Gotcha.
So those who got theirs off under his system, man, hats off to you. You know what I'm saying, had to be you. You know what I'm saying, you knew how to get yours off under his system.
Right.
So that's how I look at it.
So what was it like with other schools that was in the city? I understand that y'all had different rivals. What was your, school to you that you felt like, Franklin had rivals with? You know what I mean? I'm quite sure there's a few.
My last year, no disrespect, I think East was the equally like they
East
High School.
Who they had doing that
Yo,
shit?
Chad Thomas, Bear, Omar, you know what I'm saying, Quincy, Roland was their center, you know what I'm saying, he was football, right, you know what I'm saying, but he was their center. No disrespect, I forget the, you know what I'm saying, the last cat, but East was, that would be, to me, I can't speak for nobody else, but East was that rival. They was equally matched. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow. Did you ever get injured playing? And if so, how bad was it? And how did you go about recovering, from an injury if you ever got injured playing?
And Franklin probably got injured twice. I think I twisted my ankle in the sectionals, but I still played that game. And I got undercut in practice and came down on my wrist. Coach was barking in practice. At the cattle undercut me, you know what I'm saying? I went
So dirty play?
It wasn't a dirty play. He tried to go up. I was going up for a dunk. He tried to go up, but he was, you know what I'm saying, kind of came up under me. I came down on my wrist. And I ended up playing. They kind of changed my shot for a minute too, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
How awkward was that trying to adjust?
Yeah, it was awkward as a big mug. I used to get chewed out in practice. I used to bring the ball from over my left on some Cartwright type Jones. It messed my shot up for a minute.
What player you played against outside of John Wallace that also made it to the league that you could look back and say, wow, I played against this particular person and I held my own, or he did X, Y, Z against me, or
in high school?
It don't matter.
No matter. Flip Murray in college.
Flip
He went
Murray.
to Shaw University. He was the truth, two guard. He was the truth. He lasted a little minute in the league too.
Right.
Flip Murray. He was from Philly.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay. So now you putting up buckets in Franklin. I got some pictures, some articles that I want to flash up at you to see what was going on during this time. All right, this is article Franklin against Penfield. Franklin had 92, Penfield had 59. Says junior center BOSWELL King led Franklin 6'5" with 16 points, 10 rebounds, 8 block shots. Brad Rucker had 19 points for Franklin, while Penfield's Todd Morris led lead scorers with 32 points. Boy, he was putting in work. Todd Morris, who was he?
I don't even remember that.
You remember that? Boy, he was putting in work on y'all. I'm sorry. I'm saying 59. Damn, he had 58. The team had 59 points. He had 32.
Right.
Shout out to Todd Morris, yo. For real. So, do you remember this game right here?
I remember those. That was like probably in the beginning of our season too. We were stacked though. We had a lot of players that didn't even finish that year off with us.
Right.
We had a lot of players like Kenny Himes, Steve Young. We had a few players like we was stacked during the beginning. Right. A lot of players just started falling off, man.
Grades and stuff, or the streets, something like that. A little bit of everything.
Different stuff. Yeah. Grades, streets.
I understand you also played with or was he on the team? Stevie J when you was playing?
Oh yeah, I was a freshman on JV. It was Stevie J. C. Stanley, rest in peace.
Right.
It was that Brian Sampson, Demond Davidson. Yeah, we all played together.
Did you know Stevie J was going to be So,
man, growing up with Stevie's, I know him way before the Franklin days. It was like the, no disrespect, it was like the Jackson Fives. They was walking past their house, you heard drums and beats and whatever going. So man, they pops,
really
you feel
musically
my mom,
inclined.
They pops, word, the whole family.
Say
Word.
And could he hoop?
Yeah, Stevie had a little J's, huh? You know what I'm saying? JV had a little J. He used to give it up. He was starting too.
Well, okay.
Word. Under Coach Thompson.
Right. Man, it wasn't like just seeing him all on TV. Just
Word,
like,
yeah, it's different because we haven't seen him since because when he left Franklin, they moved to Buffalo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he went to Buff State, I think, and that's when Puffy
scooped him up.
Word.
Wow. We got this other article right here. City Catholic, I believe, comes from Franklin, 80 points. Marshall, 75. Brad Rucker had 17 points and 10 assists. And Boswell King had 7 points and 25 rebounds for the Quakers. Marlon Johnson added 14 points for Franklin. Eric Reynolds was high scorer for the Jurists with 31 points. Derek Frazier added 14, and Terrence Grimes had 12 for Marshall. Does this game ring a bell to you?
Yeah.
So what happened? We're down on it. That's the close game. That's not no blowout right there.
Yo.
It's 80 to 75, man.
Those days, man, no matter grind out. Those grind out games, man. Like, Marshall, they used to bring it. Cook, you know what I'm saying? Cook. MC, Terrence Grimes, Eric Reynolds, those all grind out games.
What school Twan went to? Did he go there too?
Twan was there.
Big Twan, right?
Yeah, but I think Twan was like younger. Twan may have been freshman, sophomore. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Twan, boy, putting that work.
Twan was
work
there.
with that point guard skill. Twan got eyes behind his head.
Shout out
Shout out to Twan. Okay, man, and shout out to what's your boy? You got Robert Stevenson. Okay, what's his game like? You recall?
Robbie was probably, you know what I'm saying, he was that dude. Yo, once he catch that dunk, it's going up. It was just our five. Yo, once he catch that dunk, no matter when he caught it, his games, we could be down. Once he caught that dunk, we going at it. We going at it.
Right. So this is a game right here. Franklin against Edison. The reason why I mentioned Robert Stevenson is because this game right here is what he mentioned. It says Boswell King had 14 points, along with 14 rebounds, along with 17 points for the Quakers. Robert Stevenson added 9 rebounds for the Quakers. Once we started hitting the boards and playing defense, it opened up the game, said Franklin coach Trent Jackson. We had 19 steals, and that enabled us to run. Calvin Hill had 6 steals, and Brad Rucker 5 steals for Franklin. So y'all was scrapping that game. That score was 85-39, and Edison Tech, I'm quite sure. Shout out to ET. What was it like playing against Edison, and do you remember any of the players over there that somewhat stood out to you like a sore thumb?
James McCauley, because he grew up with us at Carter Street. You know what I'm saying? So, like, James McCauley and Calvin Hill, they was close. They knew each other game, but James McCauley always talked like trash.
Right.
So, like, Mel, older, you know what I'm saying?
Talking
was
trash
always
back.
like Adam, and then you had him, Brad. I think James McCauley was really like the only point at that time. At that time, I forget what the guards was. I know Rodney played, but I think he was younger.
Wow, that's a big spread. 85-39.
Yeah.
Wow. So this part right here, we come to the show. Well, I'll show you a couple of pictures and whatnot. This says it was Franklin Boswell King, 32 blocks a shot. By Batavia's Tom. What's that? Nip or Nipe?
Yeah, that was Mel beat that team by itself. Yeah, I think they had like 24 points. Mel had 24. They had like 23, some shit like that. So yeah, I think he beat that team himself. It was first game of sectionals.
Okay,
like
one of those teams.
Yeah,
Got you. All right, and this one right here, Boswell King of Franklin shoots over East Chad Thomas. King scored 14 points for the Quakers in their 75-63 victory right here. You
Yo,
remember that?
that's at East.
It's at East, huh?
Yeah, that's at East. That game right there, I think East had us down like 14 in their house. And honestly, through that whole season, East was the toughest. Even when we played in the States Championship,
Really?
East was way tougher than Norwich. That game right there, they had us down by 14. That was a grind out game too, man.
Scrapping.
Word.
Chad is a big guard too. Shout out to
Big
Chad
guard.
too. Trying
Yo.
to get him on the gyms and the rock. If you see this Chad,
Word,
please
yo.
don't be shy. You feel me?
We actually met Chad in JUCO too. He was at Sage. He was at MCC, man.
Got you. So got another one right here. This says defense never rests for Quakers. Right here. Look like you're scrapping.
Oh yeah.
What was this? What was this? The first game of the sectionals or?
That's the
States.
first game of the States. That's
States.
the first game of the States.
Okay. You get your hustle play right here. You're not afraid to get on the floor and just.
Oh nah, yeah, you had to. That ball lose, man, you gotta get it.
Right.
Man. Coach me, you gonna be on the pine right next to him.
Right. That's gangster right there. So now we're going into college now. Okay, you played college ball as well. What was it like going through the recruiting process, and how much were you on the radar after you had a successful high school career?
Oh nah, I wasn't on the radar at all. Honestly.
You wasn't on the radar at all?
Not at all. I was like they saying my junior year, that was supposed to be really my senior year. I missed my whole 10th grade year, so I was a year behind.
Right.
So I didn't even go back to Franklin after that year.
Got you.
I started like working and all kind of junk. Ended up going to corner. That didn't work for me. Came back home.
Right.
Me and Marlon and Robbie went up to Providence. Played in the AAU.
Okay.
Stephon Marbury, Zenda Hamilton, Felipe Lopez.
Okay. You was up there holding your own.
Me, Ryan, Ray, Marlon, Robbie, we all went up. Mel, Trent, all them, they was up there. It was on another squad, but
that's how you get discovered in these little camps and stuff.
Yeah, and then I ended up tearing my cartilage in my knee.
Oh man!
So I was out for a minute, and Marlon was getting recruited by MCC. Coach Burns came to a couple of practices with Marlon, just up there with him. Coach ended up getting on there, getting my GED through MCC.
Whoa, that's gangster. So you played MCC ball, and what was it like competing at the MCC? Because they was ranked, a couple years before you got there. I know this myself, but y'all wound up playing with all kinds of players from the city, and what was it like just getting your little competition on and trying to earn your spot? Was it quite different from Coach Jackson, of course?
I'll say the coaching, as far as like the coaching, it was similar. And we was built for that, you know what I'm saying, from Coach Jack, but coming up there, you had equal talent, if not better.
Right.
So like, it was me, Marlon, Brad, and Mel. Robbie was gone. He was gone. He was in North Carolina.
Okay.
And but then you got six. Yourself.
Rasheed Graham.
Al. Rasheed Graham. Al. Tyler. Whoa. Bunch of talent, man.
Right. Just mixed in one.
Bagley, MS, Marlon Sewell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Talent.
Right.
You call him Bagley because if y'all anybody know NBA, Bagley from
Right.
the Celtics, hoop just like him.
That, right? Big belly cross.
Put that mug on the floor. Word.
Shoot that knuckleball.
Word. But that was a different experience. Because we come from we at Franklin, we was like the best, you know what I'm saying, at the school.
Right.
But then going to MCC, you got equal talent.
Yeah.
So that right there is a totally different experience. And we really was fighting for our position. Practices and everything was getting so bad, they had to park the ambulance at the school practices.
It's just a
NBA drill, am I lying?
Right, yes, right.
Words.
No bitches allowed. No bitches allowed.
No bitches allowed, son. We had an ambulance was parked at our practices. We was going at it.
Yes, sir.
Totally different experience.
Man. So after MCC, did you further playing after that, or you just, chill, fell back?
After MCC, I didn't graduate MCC, but I had a scholarship to go to Edinburgh. I was lacking a class, so that took that scholarship thing away.
Gotcha.
And I ended up, going to North Carolina Central
That's what's
University.
up. That's what like playing out there.
I don't know how. I'm just always blessed to have some people that I know. Going down there. Rashid Grant was down there. Zakia, Drina, Rob Dixie, Rob Lee now, but Rob Dixie. Fats ended up going down there. Gregory Bodine, he ended up coming down there. So like, we had our own little Rochester clique down there. So different state, still home.
So when you go away, you see people from home. It's different kind of a, security blanket.
Right.
You see people. What was the respect like, after college? I'm quite sure you have, kids now and little brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Did they play, and what was their success like, and how much did you contribute with giving them some of the gems, from your experience of playing?
My firstborn, Ron McCray. He did his thing his own way. He did his thing his way. I wasn't really, because I was in North Carolina as he was getting on. I didn't have that relationship with him, as I should have. I blame myself with that because I didn't fight for what was mine as well. So, I basically too much pride. Still trying to do my own thing. And he ended up doing way more things than I did.
It's in his genes.
Right.
It's in the genes.
Way more things than I did.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And I always tell him, so you already gave me everything I could want. Because you did it your way. You wasn't on the block. You haven't been arrested. You didn't join no gang. You graduated college early. You went overseas and played. So you don't owe me nothing, man. You did it your way.
Proud father, man. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Do you have any other siblings that play the game as well?
Yeah, I got my 18-year-old in Atlanta. He playing right now, trying to get ready for college, prep school, whichever route is best for him. I leave that up to him. I'll guide you, but I'm not going to tell you what you should do. You're becoming a man. It's on you. So that's how I go about it.
That's what's up. Now, we got parks all over the world. We got parks in different cities, different countries. Basketball is a global thing. In Rochester, I know there's, some parks that had its day. And you got one particular park that everybody's somewhat glued to. And it's like a magnet for everybody to go to this particular park. And they play on one side of the court, and you got some players that's allowed to play on this court. When I was, coming up, now it's pretty much, what was it like coming up playing in these parks? And what park I'm talking about as well. I just want your experience, with telling me what was going on with these parks coming up, and what was it like with the competitiveness in these parks to you?
One, Cobb's Hill. That's the park. We've been going to Cobb's Hill since
because it's everybody from East, West
comes to that park.
Right.
It used to be Edgerton too though, but it migrated to Cobb's Hill. The beach was another spot.
Man, the beach. That's why I first played Wallace up there, with Mobley and all that.
Young cats took our course. We were at the beach, man. The beach was that spot, but Cobb's Hill. When that's just the spot. And you had to earn your. It's been like that for a minute though. You couldn't play on that one side unless you was able to play on that one side. And it's just a spot, man.
That's gangster.
Right.
So now, in terms of you giving back, have you ever coached yourself? And if so, what was your philosophy? When it came to coaching, whether it was a little bit or a lot of coaching?
I actually came back with Coach, Coach Burns for a little bit.
At
when I
MCC?
first moved- Yeah,
Okay.
MCC for a little bit. And I don't think it was for me being who I am, because I kind of looked at it as like, if it's Rochester, why are you not doing recruiting in Rochester? That gonna bring you tickets.
Yeah.
Because that's who's coming to see the game. So you know what I'm saying, kind of a business type of it. But you know, coach is coach. And he did bring in talent, because like when we was there, it was kind of different. He even left the whole state and started going to other places. You know what I'm saying, Boston and stuff like that. But good kids, but you had that talent right here.
Right here.
And it's like, these kids need something like that, because a lot of kids can't get out of here, and that may be they, you know what I'm saying, way to get out of here.
Right.
Even though you got high-head kids, but coach, you who you are. If they ain't working with your system, they gotta
Something
go.
different.
Right.
Yeah. Did you ever plan on doing any more coaching after that experience? And if so, which level would you prefer to go to? Younger, older, or?
If I was doing any coaching, I would like to go younger. You know what I'm saying? I would like to get a kid where they the most, you know what I'm saying, where they don't know the game and help them learn the game. And no disrespect to everybody else, but like, I would like to go younger. I think it's less problems.
Less
and
problems.
they gonna want to learn.
What would you do different looking back at your whole experience playing basketball?
As far as playing basketball, me being realizing who I am, I'll say nothing except for like going to school. I would say nothing as far as like basketball, because it really wasn't the basketball. I stopped my ball from dribbling. No coach stopped my ball from dribbling. I still had chances when I stopped. You know what I'm saying, NBDLs and CBAs. I had teams I could have worked out with. I stopped my ball from dribbling. And the reason why I wouldn't change anything, because I feel like if anything changed as far as like me playing basketball, me gone, NBA, whatever,
Right.
I won't have them 5. I have
No doubt.
my 5 kids.
That's way more than that's what's up, man. That's a good answer right there, bro. For real. So, on that note, I wanted to give you a platform to just, tell somebody what would you tell your old self, if you could do it again, you know what I'm saying?
I tell my old self, that's what you love, go at it. Live it, eat it, dish it. You know, man. The school is what they say you need to, you know what I'm saying, make it. Just go to school, man.
Get your grades.
Especially if you're in high school. If you believe in yourself, it's gonna take either 5 to 6 years. Look at Isaiah Stewart. What, 5 years? He went to college for 1 year in the league. Thomas Bryant, you know what I'm saying? Quentin Rose, you know what I'm saying? All these, you know what I'm saying, players. And that's just what you gotta do. If that's what you love, man, just go at it. You know what I'm saying? In high school, give yourself 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It may take longer, but give yourself 5.
Have a plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it seemed like Rochester has some, it's a good NBA class that they, had this year coming out with some NBA players, under the radar. But yeah, man, just stay in school and keep doing what you do. What have you? You know what I'm saying? We on Gyms in the Rock with your boy BOSWELL King. I want to salute and thank you, and shout out to the Quakers. You feel me?
Shout out to the Quakers.
Shout out to the
Quakers. You mofos, man.
I'll let you play. Word. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe so y'all won't miss out on the next Gyms in the Rock episode coming soon. Each one teach one. Keep spreading those Gyms in the Rock. Make sure you hit up the Cash App in case you want to donate or support. Or if you have a business that you want to promote on my show, hit me up in the email, hit me up in the inbox so we could work out those numbers where we could just get your advertising on the show where it could be rotated every time the show comes on. And thank you for your support once again. Salute to all of the ballers. Keep on working out. Keep your game tight and try to do what's right. Peace.